10 wild animals in Latvia. Latvia is a European country located in the northeastern part of the continent. It is one of the Baltic states as it is located next to the Baltic Sea, and it used to be a part of the German Empire, but declared its independence in the aftermath of World War I, in 1918 year. An interesting part of the country that I wanted to tackle is its wildlife. In light of that, I have listed the best of it, and I hope you will love learning what animals live in Latvia. On place 10, red fox. The red fox is one of the most successful species on the planet. It is the largest of true foxes, and one of the most widely distributed carnivores, being found almost anywhere except for Africa and South America. This fox has a long history of interaction with humans, sometimes considered a pest, sometimes hunted for its fur, and some others being an essential part of folklore and mythology. On place 9, moose. The moose, also known as the elk, the moose is the largest and heaviest species of deer in the world. It has distinctive, broad antlers and lives in the northernmost parts of the globe, usually in the temperate broadleaf and boreal forests. This ungulate is solitary and feeds on both terrestrial and aquatic vegetation. Its main predators are humans, wolves, bears, and sometimes wolverines. While being mostly peaceful throughout the year, male mooses engage in energetic fights and compete for a female during the mating season. On place 8, greater spotted eagle. The greater spotted eagle, also known as the spotted eagle, is a large species of bird of prey that breeds in Eurasia and migrates to Africa and southern Asia during the winter. The diet of this eagle is mostly made of small mammals such as rodents, as well as birds, insects, frogs, and reptiles. It is particularly opportunistic, and can also feed on carrion whenever it is needed. On place 7, snowy owl. The snowy owl, also known as the Arctic owl, the polar owl, or the white owl, is arguably the most beautiful species of owl on the planet. This majestic bird of prey can be found in all of the northern regions of the globe, from the North Pole as far south as the Baltic states. Notoriously featured in the Harry Potter saga, the snowy owl is sadly threatened by traffic accidents, both aircrafts and cars, persecution and electrocution on pylons. On place 6, roe deer. The roe deer, also known as the European roe, the Western roe deer, or simply the roe, is a species of deer native to all of Europe except for Ireland and the islands of Corsica and Sardinia. This small deer species usually remains hidden in dense forests during the day, when it is particularly difficult to spot. However, it emerges at dusk and ventures into open habitats in order to find food. On place 5, mountain hare. The mountain hare, also known as the variable hare, the alpine hare, the snow hare, the Irish hare, the tundra hare, the white hare, or the blue hare, that's a lot of names, is a species of hare particularly adapted to mountainous and polar habitats. It inhabits much of the northern half of Europe and Asia, and its coat greatly varies depending on its environment and the season. On place 4, European bison. The European bison, also known as the zebra, the European wood bison, or the European buffalo, is the European counterpart of one of the most iconic American animals, the bison. It is the heaviest wild land animal in all of Europe, and individuals in the past were even bigger than their descendants. This bison was hunted to extinction at the beginning of the 20th century, but thanks to slow, steady reintroduction programs, it is now present in several European countries, in scattered populations. On place 3, Gray Seal. The gray seal, also known as the horsehead seal or the Atlantic seal, is a large species of seal native to the coastlines of the Atlantic, from the United States and Canada to Iceland, the United Kingdom, Scandinavia, and the Baltic Sea. It breeds in very large colonies of thousands of members and is further divided into two subspecies, the most common one and the Baltic Sea subpopulation, which is the one you will obviously find in Latvia. On place 2, Eurasian otter. The Eurasian otter, also known as the Eurasian river otter, the common otter, or the Old World otter, is a species of semi-aquatic mammal native to much of Eurasia, the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and the extreme northwestern parts of Africa, in Morocco and Algeria. This otter mostly feeds on fish and is strongly territorial. Depending on the area, it is more or less threatened and is sometimes even recovering. On place 1, Eurasian lynx. The Eurasian lynx is a medium-sized species of wildcat living at the heights of the European and Asian mountains, at elevations of up to 5,500 meters. It is an elusive, shy cat that preys on small mammals and rodents. Thanks to its wide distribution, the Eurasian lynx is considered of least concern, but it is more and more threatened by habitat fragmentation and loss, depletion of prey, and poaching.